That brings us to our next segment, our comment segment, where we react to the comments. So make sure when you're watching the videos and the shorts, go ahead and comment. Engage with us. Let the ripples flow. Let us see where you're coming from. And
And because we're gonna respond to the comments
oh
here
yeah, definitely,
on
we're
the
gonna
show.
come back and we're gonna speak to you directly.
hmm
So who we talking to today?
So in this video, this comes from our TikTok page. This was the video we posted about finding the right partner will be impossible if you overlook this important part of relationships. I think we were basically talking about respect.
Yeah.
So we had a comment from someone, interesting name. There was So Rude 88. They said, I think the problem with the Bro podcast are they make the false assumption that we think like men. My assumption is we is like women.
hmm
And she says, or he says, respect and need are two different words that hold no correlation in most women's minds.
I mean, I think with that, I think she's validating our argument because the point that we're making, men and women are different, and even though respect might not be important, or I didn't get that. Could you try again? Nobody talking to you. Even though respect might be important, not be important or essential in your mind as a woman, is very much our nature as men.
Yes.
Like respect is everything to men. So
Yes.
to your point, so rude 88. That's the point that we're making, and that's how relationships will work more cohesively together when one understands the position and the point of view of the other party that they're in relationship
So
with.
that's the E word, right?
Hmm.
Empathetic. So we
Mm.
just have to be both genders, quote unquote, or both man and woman just have to be empathetic to each other's differences.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's
not
not just one sided.
because even in her comment is like one sided because she says, I think like she made the point, um, there's no correlation to respect in a woman's mind or whatever, as if we should think like you.
Exactly. Exactly.
How can you say that when the point we're making is that we're different and this is what we view important, and then if respect is not important in your mind as a woman, oh well and fine. Well, we know what y'all like. Words of affirmation. Y'all like gifts, and y'all like affection, and y'all like we know the different love languages y'all have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and we okay with it. But we're letting us as men, like respect is a necessity.
Yep.
I think she said respect is not, and there's no need, there's no
There's no
correlation in
correlation
between respect and need.
in most women's mind, right?
Yeah, she lost me there.
All right, so let's go on to the next video. So this video was about nobody talks about this gender war question, but it changes everything. So we had 17 comments on this one. So let's see what are we talking about here. So we had Mr. String Cuz or String CHZ says IDK, maybe you work as partners in your partnership. Maybe you both work to make your house a home and raise your kids. Wow, what an insane idea.
Right, I feel you, bro. Like, but that is so absurd to think that we're both working together for the same cause. Yeah, yeah. It's so the times have changed so much that something as simple and practical as that, it becomes so uh forbidden in a
hmm
day like today. Like, oh, that's unheard of. Like, is it really? Is it really? Like, because
So this is actually the question where I was talking about the video where I say the clip where I talked about if like what was women's vision of the future if we were to keep maintaining a gender war.
hmm
So then now that I actually think about it, because we were just basically because I said if men want women's roles to be that of mother and wife in the household, whereas women want their role to be that of as the same as the men role being on the front lines in the workforce and in the political and in politics, then who's taking your point was then well, who's taking care of the kids, who's taking
hmm
care of, so I can as I'm looking at this part this question, I mean this comment now, I'm actually thinking like when they're saying like you work as partners in your partnership, I don't think they really understand what we're saying here because we understand that partnership or working as partners is needed. But
Mm-hmm.
that's why we like the question was being asked, like, what's women's vision of the future if the gender war maintains? Because again, if because traditionally, we as men we work outside the house and we focus on the power dynamics via politics. That's
Right.
typically been the man's role in society.
Right.
Whereas the woman's role was more so cultivating, making the house a home. You know what I
Right.
mean, being mother and wife. But if the mother and wife role is abandoned by woman for workforce and being a politician, because men, we not about to then just retreat into being husbands. I mean, not being husband, but being caretakers of the household. Because our expectation will still be that to be out in the house.
Mm-hmm.
A woman will have a problem with the man, as they say, they got a problem taking care of a man. So we know that they're not taking care of no man. So as men, we're not even thinking that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, we get that we need to work as partners, but again, how do we work as partners if we're both doing the same thing?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's what this comment is trying to say, but what this commenter string CAC doesn't necessarily understand, because yeah, partnership is the key, but again, we both can't be doing the same thing.
Right.
And I think that's what a lot of men and women don't seem to be realizing that. Because to your point, who's making a house a home if we both outside the
If
house?
we both at work,
Yeah.
like what's going on at home?
And it's like we're not both at work simply because we love working, but it's like again we expect the men to quote unquote provide everything, so the man is going to work to take care of the household.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we hear from the women, they are not going to work to take care of the household. They're going to work as an emergency plan in case the man leaves them.
Mm.
So that's typically also too why men don't care about women's money and their achievements and their resources, because they have told the man up front that he don't even need to take what she got into consideration, because her expectation of him is to provide and to protect and do everything.
Well, after she's gone.
Right. So it's just like why would he even need to take what she got into consideration? So stringy HS
CHC.
CAZ, we are saying work as partners. However, we can't be both doing the same thing as partners, because that defeats the point of us being partners.
Yeah, it's lopsided.
Yeah, like it's right. It's lopsided, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want to do another one on this one? Because we had 19 on this one.
Oh yeah, pick one.
So all right, look, it
Roll the
said, all
wave.
right. So here's another one. So we have Sherry Bear 25. It says the irony of men debating this with apparently no clue that they are the ones who need to step up in partnerships to take care of home and children. Are they truly blind to this? No, men are not truly blind to this, but as we just established, Sherry Bear 25, partnership doesn't mean both people do the same thing. Like that's defeats the purpose of a partnership. So it's just like, yes, a partnership does have roles and responsibilities. So it's
Right.
like, yeah. So yeah, as a typically in a male and a marriage or a family situation, typically the male's primary role is to, like, again, provide and protect for the household. So that means go out into the world, go work, go earn some money, and go politic, go make sure the people affairs is right when it comes to politics. And I'm gonna hold down the woman. I'm gonna hold down the house, make the house a home. I'm gonna take care of everything around the house, and I'm gonna hold down the kids. So yeah, that is a partnership.
Yeah.
And yes, that doesn't mean that the man solely doesn't do anything in the house and the woman doesn't do anything outside the house. But
Mm-hmm.
we have established that those are those two individuals' primary roles.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, when the man comes home, and yeah, I would hope that he would want to hang out with his kids. I would hope that he would want to help with the homework. I would hope that he would want to, contribute to the household in regards to cleaning up after himself, cleaning up after the kids, help looking out for his woman and cleaning up after her when need be. But no, his primary role is not to be your support in that regards. Just like your primary role as the woman ain't to be the breadwinner and the provider and the protector in that regard. Not to say that you can't contribute to that stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
that's just not your primary role.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to hear men talking about that like she's talking about this.
Yeah, because she says with apparently no clue that they are the ones who need to step up. We're not arguing that. Like that's not in debate. Like one stepping up and the other one not stepping up. It's
Right.
like you know, with me stepping up to do, I guess the position we're coming from. As a man steps up, there's things that still need to be handled on the other side of the partnership.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have your man. You can't have a man that steps up, but you don't fulfill the duties that you need to cultivate the environment for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as he's stepping up, as he's doing everything he needs to do to make sure that you're good 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, making sure that you're, have all the amenities of life that you like, getting your hair done, your nails done, you're able to go shopping and go
Right.
buy the stuff that you want, this stuff, you're able to, you know um buy gifts for your family and things like that, and all that stuff, you're able to pay for the trips for the kids. You're able to pay for the insurance for the kids, the car note, the car insurance,
Right.
the mortgage, the health care. You know, we're stepping up and willing to step into, the average man is
Mm-hmm.
willing to do that. To be a man, we know that it is to do that.
Right.
But I think the disconnect is coming, that the responsibility or the flip side to that for the 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 wife, the women have somehow categorized it as something that's degrading.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Which is not, it's not degrading,
Right.
because with that sentiment implied, we could say you pimping us.
Facts.
You know,
100%.
we could be degraded in that way.
Yeah.
Like, you're using me.
Yeah.
I'm just a workhorse.
Yep.
But we don't take that
Mm-mm.
standpoint because we understand we're men and that's what we do.
We
We
understand the bigger
provide,
picture, right?
we protect. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, like I said before, and that role they have is very essential. That role that y'all have and what men are asking is what makes that man go out there and be the best that he can be.
Mm-hmm.
The role that you have is what makes that child thrive to be the best that they can be.
Right.
And when that role and those and that passion is taken from that, the man is left unloved, unsupported,
Mm-hmm.
and the children are left unguided
Yep.
and unnurtured.
Yep.
So that's a lost loss for the whole unit,
Mm-hmm.
and you should just sit there and keep getting all the benefits, not having to pay for nothing, and
Right.
being pampered. It, like, come on, like, we got to make this shit,
We
work
got to make it
together.
make sense.
It's like a vision that just came into my mind. A fire truck. There's someone driving a fire truck. But that person that drives the truck in the back, there's two drivers on the fire truck,
Exactly. Exactly.
and the one that's driving in the front can't drive it without the one that's
Exactly.
driving and
They
steering
both play
and
an
guiding the
important
back.
role.
Yes, guiding that truck to get to where it need and make these sharp turns and whatever the case may be. One driver is not more important than the other,
Hmm.
and one can't do it without the other.
Even though they both driving, but they still got two different responsibilities.
Yep, and do in two different places.
Yep. But they
And
still both driving. So
yep.
that's parenting is the same way. Y'all both driving, y'all just got two different responsibilities. So one don't need to be looking at the other thinking that they doing more than the other because the other ain't doing what they doing. It's like y'all both doing what needs to be done to move y'all ship forward.
And both sides contribute to the other. Like, there's days, I might be off this weekend. Of course, I'm gonna go out there, cut the grass. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna make sure the car is washed, and the oil is changed, and I'm gonna go out there and make sure the grill is clean. I'm gonna get the grill going, or
Right.
whatever the case may be. If the kids wanna get on the jumper or get in the swimming pool, I'm gonna go out there and pull that out. And
Right.
if they get a new bicycle, I'm gonna go ahead and build the bike and go ahead. If the brakes are squeaking on your car, I'm
Take you to the Jiffy Lube or wherever I go to get
no,
it
I'm
right.
going out there and put these brakes on your car and
Or
change,
even that.
you know what I
You know
mean,
what
or
I'm saying?
changing the
Hey,
tire,
some of us is handy like that.
whatever the case may be. I'm going to do that. I'm. Men are never shying away, and some men are. We're not. There are some people that are just assholes.
Hmm.
On both sides of the fence, male and female. But ideally, the man is not shying away from his responsibilities and role
I agree.
as a man. Like, we understand those things need to be done. It's just the women just have got this, connotation where their input is, oh, that's less than, that's suburban, you're controlling. I was like, no, that's what makes that's what makes the house a home, my baby. That's what's gonna make me come home.
Go, hey, structure.
Structure, and that's what I could relax in.
So,
Safety,
so I was about to say, remember, we all
stability.
desire security, right?
Right. You know,
I want the consistency of knowing my house is a home.
a meal, whatever the case. And then when you look at the what the meal is to the man, when you understand what it is to that man, when you understand what it is for your man to come home to a clean household, you know, when you understand that when the man can open up his drawer and have clean underwear, clean socks and stuff there, you know, all in his right position. When you understand the effect that has on the man and how a man really values that, and it helps them function at a higher level,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't think women will be so apprehensive. Now we're not talking about a man that don't appreciate it, a
Right,
man that ain't shit, the
right,
man that's sitting on the
right,
couch
right, right,
playing
right, right, right,
Xbox or
right.
PS5
We're
all
not
day
talking about
long, smoking,
slackers,
yeah, smoking
lames,
weed. You know,
losers,
keep every other
non-productive.
day you
Right.
find that there's another bitch on his phone. He texting. You know, we're not
We're not talking about
condoning.
those
We're not
guys.
condoning that behavior. We're talking about
Responsible, productive
responsible,
men.
productive men. You know that are that care about their families and their legacies and want to thrive.
Mhm.
So,
Good
got you.
stuff. Sorry, that ended for this week's comment section. Be tuned in next week, and also remember, if you leave a comment on any of our socials, you will get your response here on the show. So tune in.
We might have to do an episode with all responses
I answer this.
because
Yeah,
I see the responses are building up.
yeah. You
Cool.
can get an answer. Yeah. So you can cut that last part out when he said we should do.
This has been another exciting and exhilarating episode of the Ripple Effect podcast. And until the next time, keep thinking, keep diving, and keep making ripples. I'm Quattro,
I'm Diesel.
and we holla.
Peace.